Right now, the Trump administration is facing a historic record-shattering collapse in public trust. New data shows that Donald Trump's approval rating has plummeted to the absolute worst of this century for any second-term president. Look at this data. According to recent surveys, Trump's job disapproval has surged to a staggering 62%. But it gets even worse when you look at the crucial group that decides elections: independent voters. Among independents, Trump's net approval rating is now worse than Richard Nixon's was during the height of the Watergate scandal. Let that sink in. A sitting president heading into a major midterm election cycle is polling worse with independents than a president who was literally about to be impeached and forced to resign in disgrace. The public is completely exhausted by the constant chaos, the economic pain, and the unkept promises of this regime. The stakes for the upcoming midterms couldn't be higher. This is the reality. But let's look at the absolute fantasy world that MAGA politicians are trying to sell you.
Yeah, it has. And it's one thing whenever you live in America, especially if you grow up in America, it's really easy to get used to the level of affluence that we take for granted every day. That we drive in massive pickup trucks or SUVs everywhere we go that guzzle gas, that we go to a supermarket and it's filled with 5,000 different types of cheeses on one aisle, and then 600 different types of milk that you can buy on the next aisle. And you have this unbelievable variety of things that you can buy.
Just look at this hypocrisy. While millions of working class families are struggling to buy groceries, mega politicians like Brandon Gill are running to the microphones claiming we are living in the time of unmatched national affluence. It is an absolute insult to your intelligence. They stand in front of their wealthy donors and tell you the economy is perfect, completely ignoring the massive affordability crisis. The average American is being absolutely crushed by the rising cost of living, but the mega elite is completely disconnected from the working class. And what do they do when their economic policies fail? They look for scapegoats. Instead of fixing the real problems, they waste taxpayers' time and money laundering endless coordinated political attacks on public figures like Dr. Anthony Fauci. It is completely desperate, distraction-based mega Republican agenda designed to keep you from looking at their actual policy disasters. And let's talk about those disasters. Their economic management is in a shambles. Trump launched a deeply unpopular, highly destructive war against Iran, and the global economy is paying the price. We are in the middle of a massive global oil crisis, and US gas prices have rocketed to 4-year heights. They promised you quick victories. They promised you a $3 a gallon gas. And instead, they dragged the country into a lingering foreign policy disaster. The American people are completely rejecting this war, and that is exactly why Trump's polling has hit rock bottom. But the corruption and the cover-ups go even deeper. While mega politicians claim they are the party of law and order, They are actively blocking transparency. There are massive, serious allegations that this administration is actively covering up the full Epstein files. They talk a big game on social media, but when it comes to actual accountability for powerful elites, they shut the door. And if you want proof why they are covering it up, look no further than New Hampshire Republican Senate candidate John Sununu. Back in March, Sununu was asked point blank on camera if he had ever traveled to Doha, Qatar, a location heavily referenced in Jeffrey Epstein's personal emails regarding networking. Sununu looked right at the camera, shook his head and said no. But we just got the receipts. A groundbreaking report revealed that Sununu was caught in absolute, undeniable lie. His own campaign was forced to admit that he did travel to Doha, not once but twice, included to a World Economic Forum event referenced in Epstein's emails. The emails literally say, John Sununu has good stories. When asked about it, he lied to the voters. Why did he lie? What is he hiding? And on top of that, FEC records show Sununu's campaign has accepted tens of thousands of dollars from billionaires with direct ties to Jeffrey Epstein. This is the MAGA Republican Party. They lie to your face, they cover up for their donors, and they run the country into ground. But we are going to keep holding them accountable. If you want real pro-democracy, independent news that doesn't answer to corporate billionaires, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Let's build this movement together.